Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. So, I've told y'all I'll be 100% honest with y'all every single time I've done a video, so I'm going to be honest with you today. Don't really feel like doing a video. I've been doing a lot of chores around the house today. Worked on, took a pet kennel, a dog or cat kennel, and put chicken wire around it so that the biddies, when they get a little bit bigger and they're ready to go outside, I can introduce them to the adult chickens without getting picked on and pecked and killed, because they will. And I've switched the lead all over from 20 gauge, which I finished the 20 gauge I had ready, and switched this over to 12 gauge, and I'm working up a new load for 12 gauge. And I've been sitting here about an hour tinkering with it, 30 minutes to an hour. And it's a whole lot easier to reload pistol or rifle rounds than to fool with this thing. You know, and I'm sure there's a lot of better shot shell reloaders out there, the mechs and all that stuff. But this is what I've got, so this is what I work with. And sometimes you just sit at the bench and when you're sitting there, it seems like everything you touch, nothing seems to work right. So that's what I'm dealing with today. And everybody has those days once in a while. But, you know, the last video, I asked, what was your weakest area in prepping? And I've got weaknesses all in every field. But right now, it's probably this 12 gauge loader as far as reloading goes. That single stage progressive Lee press over there for the pistol and rifle works fine for what I want to do. And it's not that expensive, and I get very accurate rounds through it. This thing here, going by the sheet that comes with it, you know, telling you what number piece to put in here for your amount of powder and your amount of... I can't get that stuff to match up like it's supposed to. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go ahead and do my video and walk away from that for the day anyhow. And I'll sit back down another day this week and tinker with it. But anyway, I don't know. You ever have them days where nothing seems to go right? Well, I can tell you, my day's a whole lot better than Biden's. I mean, the man can't even remember if he wiped when he was sitting on the toilet. He's getting on stage, getting on the world stage, so to speak, and saying things he has no business saying. And he's going to piss the wrong people off in the world, and he's going to get us into World War III is what he's going to do. And he's too stupid, too senile to understand that's what he's doing. And the people that's in there that's handling him, because when you're 912 years old, somebody's got to help you. So, anyway, that's what they want. They want to destroy this country. So, today I've just got a little note for you. Prep. If you're not already prepping and you're watching my channel, I don't know why. You know, and my daughters, both of them know. I had somebody unsubscribe, which I think I've had 3 or 4 over the months I've started this channel. But typically when one would unsubscribe, another one would resubscribe, and I'd see that number drop, and then an hour or two later it'd go back up. So I don't know if it was a glitch in YouTube or what, but I knew this time when I saw it go from 94 down to 93, I was like, no, that's not normally the way it works. Normally I see it go up one number and then come back down and then go back up. This time it just dropped. So that kind of irked me a little bit. I mean, I tell y'all, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I really do. Trying to grow this channel. And I want to help anybody that wants help be prepared for when things go south. And they're going to. Period. It doesn't matter what side of the political fence you're on. Extreme left, extreme right, left, right, center. It doesn't matter. Every politician in D.C. and most state governments, most, if not all, if they've been in office more than one term, they're as crooked as anybody could be. If you give them your personal checkbook and trust them with it, then you just as dumb as they. But I hope God people watching this video's not that way. But they're already trying their best to ruin this country, greatest country in the world, and they're about to get me fired up about it, and millions of other Americans. So, you know, I've got a very small audience here, and I try to stay prepping related. But guys, what's going on right now is prepping related. You better prepare for it. If you don't have the water that you need stored, if you don't have the food that you need stored, and ways to cook that food and prepare it, and ways to resupply your food and water, and defend what you have with, whether it be bow and arrow, rifles, pistols, whatever. If you don't have a way to amply protect what's yours and the ones that you care about, you might not have enough time. I'm not one of these that go out there and say, oh, it's going to happen tomorrow. Nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow but God himself. But we better be prepping. And man, I've got so much to do. I don't know about y'all, but seems like my list gets longer every day instead of gets shorter. Either way, I know it's kind of like on my soapbox today. My daughter spent most of the day with me and with my grandson, and we had a pretty good time. I got out there and played with him a little while, and she rode him around on the mower, and I couldn't even get the mower to run right. It's just one of them days. So, but it worked. I mean, he rode around, we cut grass, all that good stuff. But, you know, that's something I haven't showed on this channel. I've got a mower, one of those kind that's got the spinning blades on it. So when you push it, it spins it and cuts. Works okay. If fuel is at a premium and you can't get more and you need it to run your generators or for whatever, tractors and so on, then you're probably going to want to cut grass with something like that. That's another thing you can mark up on. Hey, you don't want the weeds going 6 foot high in your yards. Start getting rat problem, mice problems, snake problems, all that because you're not maintaining your property. So, anyway, y'all let me know what you think. Do you think the country's going to where it needs to go? Am I the only one that's crazy? There's a song out there. Name of it's Am I the Only One? One of my son-in-laws said, I got a new song. And he played it. I said, man, I've had it on my playlist for a year. I know I'm not the only one, but it seems like in YouTube land, I may really be the only one. There's a bunch right here close with myself that are serious about being ready when crap hits the fan. But you know, there's an old saying out there, and it's a myth, but there's an old saying out there, if you take a frog and drop him in a pot of boiling water, he'll hop out. You put him in that pot and slowly raise the temperature until it's boiling, he'll stay there and die. That's not true. In boiling water, he's going to die pretty quick. He's not getting out. Now, you may stay there and slowly turn it up and don't get out, but that's what the extreme left is doing to this country right now. Grocery prices, and I don't care what anybody says, Republican, Democrat, Liberal, I don't care. Go to the store. Don't send your servant. Go to the store and buy groceries. They're up 30% or more. Go to the lumber store and look at the price of lumber. 2 years ago, before the scamdemic, sheet of OSB was less than $7. 6 months ago, it was $45 or more. Finally came back down a couple of months ago to about $15 here locally. And it didn't stay there very long. It's back up to about $45 a sheet right now. 7/16 OSB, 4x8. You go buy a 2x4. You gonna eat tonight, or you gonna buy a 2x4? Everything is up. And I don't want to hear none of this 10% crap. It's up from 30-40% to 200%. Try to find primers for reloading. Once in a while, you'll find somebody that's got a decent price on them. Very, very rarely. 2 years ago, you could get 1,000 primers for $30 to $40 any day of the week at any LGS you walked into, local gun store, or online. Right now, if you get it for under $100, you've done something. That's not 10% inflation. That's 300% inflation. I know the math is off. I'm just telling you. It's way up there. If you doubled it, that's 100%. If you triple it, that's 200%. We're above triple for the average price of primers and powder. If you're not prepping, I don't know why you're not prepping. I'm preaching to myself at this point. I'm at the 12-minute mark. Most people don't watch past about 8 minutes max. There for a while, mine said my average watch time was 4 minutes, so I started doing much shorter videos and got it down to 5 to 8 minutes and slowly worked it up, and says my average is about 8 minutes. I'm 12 minutes in, so I'm talking to the camera, talking to myself. Get off your tail, guys. I don't care if your spouse doesn't prep. I don't care if your mama and daddy, aunt and uncle don't prep. I don't care. You prep for yourself and for the ones that you love. Doesn't matter what they think. We all know we're going to need it sooner or later. And I'm afraid it's going to be sooner. But I'll tinker with this reloader more later this week and get it set up the way I want it to. I did finally test the 20 gauge rounds that I had loaded a while back, and they all shot fine. They had a good pattern. At about 20 yards, man, it knocked the bark off a pine tree out in the backyard. And you could see that grouping on that pine tree. I was pleased with it. So I moved on. I finished those, and I'm setting back up for 12. I've loaded all the 300 black cases that I've got. So I've got more projectiles, more powder, more primers, but I don't have any more cases. And most people want 18 to 25 cents a case for 300 black cases, and I'm not paying that price. I'll shop around until I can get it for 12 to 14, 15 cents, including shipping. I've got, I don't know, 2,500 or so. When I shoot them, I reload them. I'm not paying these scalping prices. What are y'all doing? Am I crazy? Am I talking about to myself? I don't know what we're going to do. But we dang well better get off our butt and get it done, because they're going to destroy this country whether we want them to or not. We better be ready to bring it back when it needs to. We're not here to prevent it. We're here to do CPR and resuscitate it when it needs it. Kind of like cancer treatment. Cancer treatment is basically, it's killing you. It's trying to kill your cells in your body to stop the cancer from spreading and kill the cancer, hopefully before the treatment kills you. That's what they do. They're trying to kill the cancer, but it's also killing you. And if they catch it early enough, they can kill the cancer, get rid of it, and then you get better and you move on. The extreme left is a cancer to this country, and they are killing us. And it's too late to save it. So prepare for CPR. We're all going to need it. Y'all remember the two things I always tell you. Jesus loves you. And so do I. Y'all be safe.